All right, we're talking about scams and best business practices, how to protect yourself with the BBB's Lachelle Yates. All right, so this question is, I have a question about price gouging. This is quite timely. If a gas station has increased their price by 40 cents since Sunday morning, is that price gouging based on the gas shortage?
You know, that's going to take some investigation because you don't know the price they've paid now that there is a shortage versus what they're charging you. So that's something that the Attorney General would investigate. So if you run across an instance like this, report it to the Attorney General's office. I'm sure Tanya can put the number in the Who Wants to Know section, and also report it to us because we would like to investigate that as well. And you just go to bbb.org. But it does a lot of times just depend on what they've paid versus what they're going to charge.
Right, and keep your receipt or keep a picture of the price on that day. That's going to help in the investigation. All right, this person says, how do we get AT&T to honor their promotion that we have been dealing with them for 6 months? They even admitted it was their fault and they're working on it.
You know, that's a good one. Unfortunately, some situations like this can take a long time to resolve. If you are dealing with them, make sure that you have some sort of record about it. Do the online chat so it's all there. You have it in writing where they've admitted that it is their fault. And then just realize it does take time. But you can always file a complaint with us at bbb.org or reach out to Who Wants to Know Call for Action and they can check into it for you.
All right, we're back to the car warranty calls. This person says, why are there so many calls? I've got a 2006 vehicle and get about 15 calls per week. How do these people get this information about your car?
Well, some of this information, unfortunately, is public record through the DMV, and these vehicle service contract companies know that. And so they're mining information like that. And I mean, we also put a lot of information out there on our own about vehicles, homes, you name it. So you could be providing some of that information yourself.
Mm-hmm. All right, this person says, I'm getting calls saying I've made $300 to $400 purchases to Amazon, and I need to press 1 if I didn't make the purchase, and if I did, do nothing. I've not spoken or hit any numbers. I have not seen any charges. What is the best thing to do?
I would ignore those calls. Don't press any buttons. 1, it lets them know that this is a live number. And 2, you don't know exactly what's going to happen when you press that button. It doesn't mean that what they say is going to happen if you press 1 is what's actually going to happen. And, you know, the simplest way, well, also remember, Amazon very rarely calls you, and they're not going to call you about a charge. And if you do get a call like this, go to your Amazon account and see what you have ordered. And if there is a problem, obviously reach out to Amazon. But most of these are scam calls. Just ignore them.
I know, but the one thing that they all have in common is they get you emotionally like hyped up because you think to yourself, oh no, I'm losing money.
Yes, they do. And that is the hallmark of a scam, is to try to get you to act without taking time to think. So don't fall for that.
All right, this person said, recently I was contacted by someone who was trying to sell a vehicle warranty. I told them my car was already paid for and they hung up. And a few minutes later, someone was charging things on my Cash App card. Could this be related to that call?
My gut says no, because you didn't, unless you provided them with some information, you know, for a vehicle service contract, I would say no. Now, if you provided them information, absolutely, they could be the ones behind it, because some of these vehicle service contract companies are complete scammers and all they want to do is get your money. Other ones, you know, they're just not quite so honest with what they cover, and they kind of trick you into getting their coverage.
All right, so this next question is it really that bad if I take a picture of my vaccine card?
It really is. I know we all want to show it off because we're all so excited, but all you're doing is giving scammers a template that they can use to then make fake cards, which is bad for us in a couple of ways. I mean, one, we need people to get vaccinated. That's what the doctors are saying. And so you don't want people running around out there with fake cards who then could spread the virus.
All right, this person says, please tell the people Microsoft will never call your house and ask for your information on your computer. This happened to my mom and she started giving them important numbers.
That is so true. Microsoft, none of these companies, they're never going to call you. They don't, there's no way they could possibly know that you have a virus on your computer. So just ignore all of those calls, because again, they're going to suck you in. You think you've got a problem, they can fix it. Great, I'm going to give you my money right now. But they're all scam calls.
And then what happens if you do start giving them numbers? You then have to start a whole nother process.
Yeah, because then you're going to have to try to contact them to get them to either stop charging you or reach out to your credit card company or your bank and get them to stop accepting the charges and hopefully give you a refund. But sometimes these companies say, look, we've got her on tape saying yes, so why would we give her a refund? The other danger is, besides giving them information, a lot of people give them access to their computer. And then once they're in there, they can snoop all they want. They claim they're fixing a problem, but they're really not. They're snooping for bank accounts, passwords. They could be installing malware on your computer to track your keystrokes for your bank account information.
Right. So never give anyone access to your computer ever, ever, ever. All right. Thank you so much, Lachelle. If you missed any of this, we're going to put this all on the website. It will be under the Two Wants to Know section.